As I mentioned before several times, the way for me to more or less overcome the feeling of loneliness here alone is to keep busy, and I've been doing that. I'm not going to give you a list of the things I have accomplished, but you will see when you get home. I'm going to save them for surprises. They're not great big things, but, you know, a few little things that you probably will notice when you get home. Well, let's see now. Today, for example, I got up at 6 or a little after, and so I did the usual thing. I made myself a cup of tea, then I got the paper and I sat down and I stayed with a dead burned paper till about 9:30. Worked the puzzle and read the comics and the editorials and the news and everything but the classified and the sports. But anyway, that's what I did up to that time, and then I got some things together to finish a job that I had started some time ago, and I got them all together, and then I thought, heck, I don't feel like working today, so I put them all back, and so then I got out the bicycle and I went to the store and did some shopping, and oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, this cassette that I'm using belonged to Randall. You know, I had it here before to try out, and I sent it back saying I didn't want it. But then I want to use it partly for instructing Dulce and Maria in English a little bit. You know, I mean, I got a book that's written in both Spanish and English, and they can read the Spanish, and then I'll read the English, and, well, we'll work it out. You know what I mean? Well, that's mostly what I want it for, but also I like the idea very much of being able to talk to you, even though you are about 1,200 miles, about 1,000 miles now away. And that's why I have, and what I did today then, I took the money, it was $25, if you remember, took it over, and Randall wasn't there, so I gave it to Betty. And while I was at Betty's, Mary Lee drove up, and she was delivering flowers. You know, that's Mary Lee's thing, the flowers. And she gave Betty a huge big basket of flowers, and she said, Papa, look in the patio when you go home and you'll find yours. And sure enough, there's a great big bunch, 2 big pots of flowers. One of them is very, very unusually pretty, very nice. I was very pleased with it, really. And I talked to her for a while, and she's been a real help. She comes over once in a while and brings the kids, and she doesn't stay very long, just a little bit, but then we talk some, and she's very nice, and she helps, as I said before. Then, let's see, after I did that, I went down to the Publix, and I bought 2 packages of carrots and a head of lettuce. Can you believe it? And let's see, then I came home. Oh, yes, and then I brought the stuff home. Then I went down to A&P and bought some bananas. Let's see, then I read the Evening Independent, which was delivered along about then. But I also accomplished a couple of little jobs. Let's see, now one of them was, wait a minute, just a minute. Oh, yeah, put a new washer in the spigot in the sink. It was dripping all over the place. And then I sort of nibbled a little supper and read the Independent and watched TV for a while and played the organ. And then I thought of the idea of the music on this tape I had made some 2 or 3 days ago just to test it out. But I thought, well, I got about a half a tape left, and I'll just use the rest of that for a letter and send music and all up there. And so that's what I'm doing right now. And it's all 8 o'clock, and it won't be too doggone long before I go to bed. I go to bed early every night.